Now, obviously, you know a little bit about my career. I'll briefly highlight some of that. I had the privilege of playing 9 years in the NFL. And the thing that I'm most proud of as far as my career is the fact that I survived 9 years. Look at me. I played at 5'10", 157 to 160 pounds. I was the smallest player in the NFL. They used to list me in the program at 185 because they didn't want the defense to know how small I really was. But I learned that if you play scared, you run a lot faster. And I played scared for 9 years. Some of the highlights of my career, I played with some great athletes. I was briefly in Cleveland, played with Kozar. I was in Dallas, 1989. Anybody remember how bad Dallas was in 1989? We were 1-15. I was like, this team is never going to win a Super Bowl. I'm out of here. I left and they won 3 Super Bowls. I was in Kansas City most of my career, and I finished Chiefs. I finished with the Falcons. The highlight of my career, because I did not make it to a Super Bowl, was playing with Joe Montana. Just straight up. Joe Montana, the best quarterback to ever play. And this guy was a stud. But I got to be honest, it freaked me out when Joe joined our team, because I was a starting receiver. And the first huddle, I'm like a kid in the candy store. We get into the huddle, and Joe's giving me the play, and I'm like, that's Joe Montana. I couldn't get over that. And then I remember the first play was X hook, and I'm X. I'm like, I'm about to get a pass from Joe Montana. So I go up there and run a hook, and he hit me in the back of the head with the ball. And I was like, Joe, he goes, let me explain something. I don't wait for you to get open. I've already read the defense. I know where the hole is. I expect you to be there and be ready to catch the ball. So that changed my game instantly. And about 6 years ago, I got a call from my nieces and nephews in Tulsa. Next thing you know, I'm on a plane, I'm in Tulsa, and then I'm in a courthouse. And the judge is like, well, Mr. Birden, your 5 nieces and your nephews are going to be put in foster homes. You're the next of kin. What do you want to do? I was like, hold up, Judge. Hey, babe. Yeah, 5. What? Bring them home. She said, bring them. And so that's... Stop improving yourself, improving your abilities in this business. Humility is a very important key or quality in this business, because once you start thinking you know everything, that's the beginning of your demise, right? That's why coming to an event like this, you're going to learn, you're going to learn, you're going to learn. Because one of our goals is what? To become effective teachers and leaders. And I got a quote for you I just heard the other day. A good teacher or leader is one who makes themselves progressively unnecessary. No one can stop you from doing this business. No one can stop you from accomplishing your goals. And when you have obstacles that come along the way, you just flick them off, because they'll never stop you from ultimately hitting the goal. So when the season's over, you know, you sit down with your coach and he says, okay, what's your goal for the next year? What do you want to hit? And I said, well, I want to break Mel Grinfel's record. I want to go 24.5. So he looks at me and goes, JJ, that's, you know, nobody's jumped 24.4 in 20 plus years. And long jumpers don't usually improve a whole foot in 1 year. And I said, but coach, I believe that's my potential. He says, okay, go for it. I go into the state meet. Let me tell you something. I knew I put in the action. I knew I got the results. My belief system was so high that when I was sitting on the runway for my first long jump, you know, as a long jumper, we used to do all these really cool things when we started. So I'm sitting there like this, and I barreled down the runway, I hit the board, I hung in the air, boom, I hit the landing, and the crowd goes, rah! They just roared. And when I went back, I went back to the line, walked off, 24.8. The group just went crazy.
You will be high-fiving your friends. You will do whatever you can to be so excited that you took action and that you looked for your buddy and said, hey, I did it. I'm so glad I did it. You're looking for your buddy. You're like, hey, nice job. Can you do that? Can you do that? That's what I'm talking about. Thank you.